Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you are doing great today. Bitcoin 27,089 US dollars. Very weird market conditions and price action. We're going to be talking about macro and micro predictions from my perspective and in my opinion. And I'm going to give you a general outlook on the weirdness of the market and what's happening with it and how our traders dealing with it, including myself. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to the channel if you can help it. You can help make it grow. And as always, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below. With that being said, let's get started with the charts and let's hop on BTC chart and see what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Price is 27.89, and I'm gonna talk first about the micro, and then I'm gonna go to the macro conditions, and then I'll talk about the weirdness that is happening in the situation in the market with regards to trading, basically. So micro wise, um, like I said, if you follow me on Twitter, I've said that we are most likely going to have a long squeeze first, which we did, by the way, and after that we're going to have a short squeeze. Now you can see the short squeeze arrow is towards 28.5 for me. I still hope that will be the case. It is a previous supply and demand zone. I am in a long position, even though my entry is very nice. It's around 29,300 after I added a lot of positions to it. So I hope we can tap that area, with a nice short squeeze. But that will always depend on the amount of people shorting this area. So the more people that short here, the more likely that this short squeeze will happen. Now, it's very hard right now to read the market conditions, especially with this weirdness that we're having, which is basically a lot of consolidation for a long period of time with a boring price action and then squeeze. We don't have really any type of structure for the market. Nothing like this. We're just having consolidation and squeezes. So it's very hard to gauge the market on a micro perspective. But from my personal opinion, this long and short squeeze scenario towards 28.5 is still in the cards unless we consolidate a lot here. So I would rather BTC squeeze before Friday. That's what I wanted to do. Have a small tap towards 28.5, 28.3, 28, whatever. Just squeeze this, just sweep this high right here. And then after that, maybe probably go down once more to the lows, or probably continue with a correction, maybe towards 28, 24.2 or 23.2. But yeah, most likely, if we consolidate around this area for the next couple of days, till Friday at least, then this is not going to short squeeze. This is probably going to drop once more towards this area here, probably to take out a lot of people who are in a long position, including myself. So that's why it's very important to put your stops at break even and to protect your trade. Now, with that being said, we're going to talk about the macro because the macro is more important. For the micro, right now, I don't think there's going to be a lot of action. I do think that this is a very likely scenario. And let me just continue the arrow for you. So, I mean, this is probably going to be a nice scenario. Something like this is probably going to be the best. And then after that, you'll have a bullish month or two. And I'm going to talk about that right now on the macro. So on the macro, on the monthly time frame, a couple of things to look at. So the first thing is that the monthly EMAs, we tried to go above them, and as I said in last video, it's very important to hold them as support on the retest, which we're not doing. This monthly close is going to be very important for me. If we close like this, it's not going to be very good. We should close above it to have more hope. But I'm going to give you my general outlook on what I see happening in the market because there's a lot of time frames that have differing things. So for example, the weekly time frame is still bullish, believe it or not. It's not bearish. The 3-day time frame is bullish as well, and the daily time frame is bullish as well. And the monthly time frame is at a point in time where it's either bull run or continue with a bear market. That's basically it. So how can we translate that? How can I see what's happening in the chart and talk to you guys about it? So from my personal opinion, what's gonna happen is the same thing that I spoke about on Twitter. So I said that I believe bears will dominate the scene from now to the end of the year with a couple of bullish months happening in between, which is October and November. And I still believe that's going to be the case. And I also posted a tweet that says imagine what would happen if you got a a head and shoulder formation here. That would trap a lot of people. That will decimate a lot of people. And seeing the indicators right now, especially the weekly time frame, that's very very likely. I mean, what's very likely, it's very likely for us to have a bullish couple of months between October and November, tap that 30K area once more, form a triple top or a head and shoulder formation, and then drop once more by end of year towards the lows here. So the lows are going to be between 20, I don't know, let's see here, end of year. So it's going to be around 20K ish, 21K ish, probably a little bit lower than that. And that's going to be perfectly fine. And as I said in my previous updates, bulls are still in the game on the macro as long as you don't lose 16K. If you lose this area right here, you enter a very, very long winter, very, very harsh bear market, and probably see, 10K BTC or 8K BTC. All right, if that happens. But that's not happened yet. And I would have told you the same thing here, by the way. I would have said, okay, guys, we're probably going to go retest the lows once more. And as long as BTC doesn't break the lows, which is 3,300, the bulls are in the game, still in the game on the macro. And what happened is we did a double bottom type of formation. We didn't lose the lows, and we entered a bull run. So that could be still the case. And as I said in my previous update, this is a potential wave 1 with a potential wave 2 retracement. And then after that retracement, we could have a nice potential wave 3, which should super burst. The only invalidation for this will come in the form of losing 16K. Till that happens, bulls are still in the game on the macro. Now, obviously, I think bears are going to dominate. I think we're going to be more bearish than bullish over the next couple of months until, February, maybe next year. But we will have, 2 months of bullishness, and I think that 2 months of bullishness could mean a repeat of, a triple top formation or head and shoulder formation. The only invalidation to this, and the only way we do start the bull run, because, if you're bullish on the weekly and you go to 30K, you could break it and you could go to 40 easily. Even though, in my personal opinion, it's not going to happen based on what I'm seeing on the charts and the other indicators, but it could happen. And the only way you get 30K, 40K, and I said this on Twitter, and I'm going to repeat it again, is by flipping 31K as support. If you flip this as support, so you go above it, you retest, you hold it as support, you flipped it, you're going to see 40K, and that's most likely the start of the bull run. If that doesn't happen, be ready for a head and shoulder, a triple top, and then more downside towards the lows once more. And like I said, I think that's going to be the case. I only hope that I'm wrong about a very, very long bear market, and I hope we hold 16K and we don't lose it, because if we do lose it, we're gonna get. You need to get ready for something new, basically, something that's never happened before. All right. So that is it for the BTC update, guys. Just to summarize quickly on the micro, I still believe that we are currently in a short squeeze, which means that we might see 28.5 before Friday, hopefully. If we don't see it before Friday, most likely this will drop once more toward the 25K area once more to sweep the lows again. And, take out people who are in longs, take out people who have stops at break even, and then, start moving up towards, 28 or 30K. On the macro, I believe we are going to be bearishly dominated till, at least February next year, but we will have a couple of months of bullishness, which is October and November, I think. And I think that there's a very, very high chance of us seeing a triple top or a head and shoulder formation, with BTC tapping 30K once more. Very, very high chance. But don't get trapped. Only, become super bullish if you flip 31K as support. If you don't flip it as support, stay cautiously bearish. And that is it for the BTC update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, like, share, subscribe. It means a lot to the channel if you do. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. And if you want to inquire about my private Discord, which has copy trading, which I'm personally doing right now, you can inquire also by messaging me on Telegram. Link in the description below as well. Thank you again, guys, for watching the video, and I hope you have nice weeks, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.